Got it. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you. No problem.
Okay, eligibility and space rates. So to select on site, you have to be a WEFTEC 2021 contracted exhibitor. Pretty straightforward. For space rates, we have exhibitor member and non-member rates. So the member rate is $40.50 per square foot plus $2.50 a corner. And the non-member rate is $48 per square foot plus $2.50 a corner. So for example, if you're a WEF exhibitor member reserving a 10 by 10 with one corner, your 10 by 10 with one corner would equate to $4,300 as a member. Again, the rates increase by $1.50 after on-site sales. And in order to get the exhibitor member rate, WEF holds a variety of different types of memberships, but we do require you to hold the WEF exhibitor membership in order to receive the booth space discount. So if you're a WEF member this year for 2021, you will automatically get the member rate when you reserve on site. However, you do need to renew your WEF exhibitor membership for 2022 in order to keep that member rate. Exhibitor memberships expire at the 31st of December of every year. So this would be a great time to go online if you haven't already and update and renew your exhibitor membership or apply for exhibitor membership if you'd like to receive that discounted rate. As a side note, you do, in reviewing the priority point policy on weftec.org/exhibit 2022, you do get a priority point for holding WEF exhibitor membership. So that's another great way to, or reason to have exhibitor membership, in addition to the variety of benefits you get as an exhibitor member. And those are all found on the link right there, wef.org/exhibitor membership. Okay, booth payment schedule. As soon as you reserve your space, you're going to get a confirmation and an invoice emailed directly to you. It's going to come from service@mapurshow.com. If you've received emails from us this year, emails have been coming from this. I would still make sure and add service@mapurshow to your safe senders list just to make sure, but that's where it will be coming from. You have a 25% deposit due no later than January 31, 2022. So when you get on site, no payments are needed. However, as soon as you reserve that space, if someone back home gets that invoice and wants to make a payment right away, they're more than welcome to do that, but the deposit is not due until January 31. Following that, full payment of your balance is due May 31, 2022. Our booth cancellation policy, another great benefit of reserving on site is you really have no obligation. So if you decide you need to reduce or completely cancel your space, you can do that by January 31, 2022, and you will receive a full refund. If you make a cancellation between February 1 and May 31st, 2022, you will incur a 10% fee of any canceled space. And then any canceled space after May 31, 2022 would incur 100% cancellation fee of your full booth fee. Any cancellation requests or reduction requests do need to be placed in writing to WEFTEC sales@wef.org. And the exhibitor license agreement is available now. It's on both of those websites, but it is on weftec.org on the advanced materials site. And if you scroll down to the flippers below and you click right here on this box, that will generate the PDF. So definitely want to make sure you take a peek at that. If you have any questions, please let our team know. We'd be happy to answer those for you in advance of arriving on site. So in addition to reserving your space, just like when you completed your application this year, there were a couple of additional marketing opportunities that you could take advantage of at a discounted rate if you purchase them while selecting your space. That's available and back again for you. So the first offerings are your Map Your Show digital exhibitor listings. With your booth reservation, you automatically get a basic package included complimentary. So your listing would include your company and contact information, your booth number that links to the floor plan, your website, company description, and 30 product categories. Beyond that, you have an opportunity to upgrade to the deluxe or premium package at a 34% discount on site. So the deluxe package includes everything in the basic, plus you get access to leads. And what that means is every time someone clicks on a portion of your exhibitor listing, it actually filters into a lead report with that person's contact information, including email address, and you receive it. You additionally get to upload your logo with your deluxe package. You get upload of a one show special, 2 virtual business cards with a live chat, and you get upload of 2 exhibitor collateral, which are things like uploading a product brochure, that type of thing. With the premium package, you get everything included in the basic package, plus access to leads, your company logo, 4 showcase images, 2 show specials, 4 virtual business cards, and upload of 4 exhibitor collateral. Again, on the advanced sales site in that brochure I pointed out earlier, this is all included in that nice brochure. So don't worry about taking screenshots. All of this is there. Take a peek in that brochure and let us know if you have questions about any of these packages. Another opportunity for you to invest in is the WEFTEC Exhibitor Directory logo enhancement. It's at a 15% discounted rate if you reserve it while reserving your space. Basically, you get your company listing in the exhibitor directory published in the WEFTEC on-site program, September WENT, and also weftec.org. And finally, another marketing opportunity for you is the WEF Buyer's Guide. This is a year-round offering where WEF's broader audience and members and non-members come to WEF.org in order to find solutions they're looking for. So you have an opportunity to have a listing of your products and services. The first opportunity is at a 15% discount. It's the enhanced level profile for the Buyer's Guide. That includes your logo, description, 3 product categories, and your company contacts. Or you can upgrade to a higher level, the bronze level, again at a 15% discount. That includes your company logo, description, 6 product categories, unlimited company contacts, products. You have unlimited listings in the product section, in addition to keyword integration and live iframe of your company website. Again, take a peek at the marketing brochure if you want to look at this a little bit more closely for those opportunities available for you. Now I'm going to hand it off to Erin Kelly, who's going to speak about the WEFTEC 2022 appointment schedule, proxy application, and where to find the on-site sales office.
Thanks, Kate. So on the advanced materials site, you can access the appointment schedule to find the date and time of your company, the time you're selecting your space. Appointments are scheduled in priority point order from highest to lowest. When points are tied, WEF exhibitor membership is given preference, finally followed by alphabetical order for determining tiebreakers. Next year, we'll follow a reverse alphabetical order. You can locate your appointment time in 2 ways. Select the first box that says appointment schedule by company name to find your appointment date and time in alphabetical order, or you can click appointment schedule by appointment time to find your appointment in chronological order. Either document, you can locate your company name, number of priority points, appointment date, and time. Appointments will begin on Sunday for the top 25 companies. In previous years, we called this the top 50. This was for any company who had 50 priority points or more. However, due to the time to reconfigure booths and to provide the best service to our exhibitors, we have renamed this the top 25, meaning these are the first 25 companies who have the highest priority points, and they will select space on Sunday. Booth appointments then will continue Monday through Wednesday. So next we'll talk about the proxy application. If you are busy on site and cannot make your appointment, we would encourage you to complete a proxy application before arriving on site. You'll click on Proxy Application on the Advanced Materials website, which will direct you to complete and submit an online booth form. And then at your designated appointment time, WEF staff will use your booth preferences and any comments left on the form to select the best booth available on your behalf. Just as if you were in the on-site sales office, immediately following the appointment, we will send you a booth assignment confirmation and invoice. Finally, you'll find directions to the on-site sales office on the website here. The sales office is in a similar location to WEFTEC 2019 between the two cafe pods in South Hall. With that, I'm going to hand it back over to Kate to talk about the 2022 specialty pavilions.
Thanks, Erin. Again, just a reminder, any questions, please go ahead and post them in the Q&A. I don't think we've seen too many questions yet, so hopefully that means we're doing a good job of answering questions, or we haven't gotten to the good stuff that you have questions about yet. But moving into the floor plan overview, in just a moment, Stephanie's going to overview the floor plan. But I just want to point out some of the pavilions, the specialty pavilions that are available to you to reserve your space. Within the innovation neighborhood, the first two areas, Innovation Pavilion, Discovery Zone, those descriptions and what they are there, but essentially being a returning exhibitor, you would not be eligible to select in those spaces. However, there are opportunities within the innovation row, in addition to the distributed infrastructure zone. Distributed infrastructure is brand new this year, so we really encourage you to take a stop by and take a peek. Moving on to other specialty pavilions, brand new this year for 21, but will not be new when we return for 2022, are the Drinking Water Pavilion, Intelligent Water Pavilion, and the 100 Mile Pavilion. So if you are already, and the Stormwater Pavilion, I'm sorry, will be returning. That has been in place for a number of years at WEFTEC. If you are already exhibiting in one of these pavilions, nothing for you to do if you'd like to be able to select your space in that pavilion again for 2022. If you have not exhibited in one of these pavilions in the past and would like to, we ask that you contact us in advance of your on-site appointment. It doesn't mean you're committing to reserve your space in there, but if you'd like to have that option, we would like to pre-qualify you, review your materials that align with the particular pavilion, and approve you to exhibit in that pavilion in order to reserve that space. Again, you can just email weftechsales@wef.org. And from here, I'm going to hand it off to Stephanie to talk about the floor plan.
Thank you, Kate. So we're going to start with halls B through F, where a number of the pavilions that Kate was just talking about are located. You can see the 100 Mile Pavilion, the Drinking Water Pavilion and Theater, the Stormwater Pavilion, and the Innovation Pavilion. In addition to which, I would like to point out the Technology Spotlight Theater on the far right of the screen, as well as the green arrows on the screen indicating the path for the trolley and that trolley turnaround on the left-hand side. And you can see all of the entrances marked with those blue arrows. We do indicate specific entrances in New Orleans because there are so many. We also have shown on this part of the hall Operations Challenge and Operations Challenge seating in the back, as well as that low ceiling area with the 25-foot ceiling height. That does not mean for that low ceiling area that you cannot have island booths there or that you cannot have hanging signs there. What it does mean is that for any hanging signs that you do have, you need to let us know in advance so that we can pre-place any rigging that you have and that any hanging signs cannot have motorized components. That is pretty much the majority of items that I wanted to point out in halls B through F. And in G through I, the main areas to point out are the Intelligent Water Pavilion, the the low ceiling area on this side, which is 22 feet, same as the low ceiling area on the other side. Again, you can still have island spaces here. We need to pre-place any rigging. The trolley continues and has a turnaround. There is another technology spotlight on this side. And then, of course, the main traffic hub entrance leading into the WEF Plaza area, where we have attendee and exhibitor badge pickup, global center, bookstore, and membership. I do want to take a moment and talk about that main traffic hub entrance because that is new. If we can go ahead and move to the next slide. This is a new built out area in the convention center. So instead of having taxis, Lyft, Uber, whatever, drop off in wherever across the front of the exhibit hall, these are all directed to this one specific area along with the shuttle buses. All of this traffic will be directed here. And then there is a walkway directly across the street to the main lobby area that is pointed out on the floor plan. And if you have any other questions about the floor plan, please let me know. And I can give this all back over to Kate.
Thanks, Stephanie. Okay. Any questions popping up, Jessica, that we need to answer would be helpful for the group?
I don't think so. There's a couple of questions that were asked in Q&A. There's a couple that are popping up now. Maybe one question from Terry that was just entered is what end of the convention center is the drop-off? So if you could point that out on the map, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
Can we go back? Yeah, there we go. So that drop off goes right to that Hall G entrance where WEF Plaza is.
Great. All right, we'll keep moving on. Preparing for your on-site appointment. We're kind of wrapping things up here. So you want to go ahead and renew your exhibitor membership, your WEF exhibitor membership now. Make sure you arrive to your appointment 15 minutes early. This way you can review the marketing, the floor plan, the additional marketing opportunities, and be ready to select your appointment. We have a nice large screen of our floor plan for you to go ahead and take a peek at before you select on site. So come early. We're going to be using a similar booth application process that you experienced reserving your space online for WEFTEC 2021. Of course, we'll have our staff there to help you select your booth. Just as a reminder, we'll have you complete a digital signature that is required in order for you to walk out of this on-site sales office with a booth number. So be ready for that. And again, just make sure you take a peek at the exhibitor license agreement, review that, and let us know if you have any questions in advance. Again, no payments are due at booth selection, so you can save your money for happy hour and dinner and send us your money later. As a reminder, your first payment is not due until January 31st of 2022. And then finally, you will get a confirmation of your booth assignment and invoice immediately emailed to you after your appointment. It will be coming from service@mappyourshow.com. A couple other things, just reminders. Booth space is assigned by seniority in priority point order from highest to lowest points. Also availability, pavilion eligibility, and exhibitors preferences all play into the booth assignment process. You can check availability of space at any time by coming to the on-site sales office to look at the floor plan, or you can look at it online. It will be a live floor plan that will update, so you can look at any time. And then just a reminder, WEF will be following health and well-being, and our plans are posted and updated at weftech.org/attend/health-and-well-being. So you can take a peek there.
Hey, Kate, I think it may be a good idea just to review quickly the proxy application, its intended purpose, and maybe some of the information that they'll be entering on the form, and then a little bit more information about how the forms will be handled on site. Because it looks like we may have some folks who maybe typically select the booth that may not be on site during that time. So they'll have folks on site who don't normally select their booth.
Got it.
Yep, okay, I can take that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so the proxy application is intended that if you're unable to make your appointment time due to travel, if the staff that will be staffing your booth at WEFTEC isn't familiar with the booth selection process, you can complete the proxy application ahead of your appointment. You'll be completing it. The application, you're going to give us your exhibiting name, address, billing information. You will be able to look at the floor plan and provide up to 8 booth preferences. So you'll give us your booth numbers for your intended space. I think we have 4 are mandatory. You'll also be able to give us your competitor information. So we'll reference that when making assignments. And then you'll just provide us a signature authorizing us to select your space on your behalf. And at your appointment time on site, we will select the first best available booth for you and send you a confirmation and invoice afterwards. Did I miss anything, Kate?
No, I think that's great. And again, I just popped the slide up here. If you click on this box, that'll populate the form, and that's everything that you need to complete. Any other questions? Let us know. So I'm going to pop back down to where we were here. Again, just a reminder to add to your safe senders list. You should really add any WEF.org email should be added to your safe senders list, because of course you get operations updates from expo.info@WEF.org, in addition to other WEF.org emails, but that and service and map@mapurshow.com. Make sure you add that to your safe senders list. These are your contacts. So this is us in sales. Aaron and I work together to support North American exhibit sales. And then outside North America, you've got Nick Christie and also Tom Bennett. But if you send anything to us, we'll make sure that it filters to the right person if you're unsure. And then our service and operations contacts are listed here. Stephanie, you heard talk about the floor plan. Jessica was answering a question there. And we've also got our colleagues, Chloe and Krista, in operations and sponsorship as well. So related to your WEFTEC 2022 space, if you're thinking about upgrading your space, maybe bringing a new display or different type of equipment that you haven't brought before, the operations team would love to receive your questions. We want to make sure that the space you would like to reserve accommodates what you plan to do in that space. So we would love to see your equipment photos, diagrams, specifications, review all those and make sure that when you get on site, you feel confident that what you plan to bring with you in 2022 will work in that space. So again, operations team would love to address those. If you send an email to WEFTEC sales, we'll make sure to get it answered for you as well. Do we have any other outstanding questions that would be helpful to review for the group?
There was a question about timing for submitting the proxy application, which I did respond to, but may be worth reviewing as well. There's not necessarily a deadline as long as it's submitted prior to the conclusion of on-site sales at WEFTEC. But we do recommend that you submit the form when you know that you will not be able to make your appointment time, and enter up to 8 booth options. That way, if the booths you enter in the beginning of your list are not available, we have alternate booth options to assign you. And then the other purpose for the proxy form is if you miss your appointment time because you're meeting with somebody in your booth, you can complete the form really quickly and then come to on-site sales at a later time when you're available to follow up on what booth we've assigned you, in case you have any additional questions as well.
Great. Great question.
And at this time, all open questions have been answered. So if there's a question that didn't get asked that you still have, if you could enter it in the chat, the Q&A, we'll be able to get those answered.
Good questions. I see more in here. And if you have any other questions after the webinar, just let us know. Probably the primary email is weftechsales@wef.org that you want to email with any questions, and we'll make sure to respond to you. We're really excited to see everyone in Chicago in just a couple of weeks. I feel like it's been a long time coming. We haven't seen each other in a long time, and we're really excited. So thank you very much for your continued partnership with WEF. We're very excited and thrilled to see you very soon. So we'll go ahead and end the webinar, and we again send questions and any needs to weftechsales@wef.org. And thank you very much for joining us today. We'll hang on for just a couple moments in case anything else comes in the Q&A.